Everybody, this is Isaac Newton, and this message is on reviewing arithmetic and geometric sequences. I'm at school, so you're going to see some emails, maybe hear some noises, and let's see. We'll see if we can get through it before too much gets going. Okay, so here's some formulas you got to know. Okay, so for arithmetic, your nth term is your first term plus n minus 1 times d. The sum of the first n terms is whatever n is, and then in parentheses a1, and then a sub n is your last term, like if I was going to find my 15th term, whatever that is, and then divided by 2. Geometric, first term times the ratio to the n minus 1 power, and then the sum is the first term times the quantity, numerator 1 minus r to the nth over 1 minus r. I have examples on all of these coming up. All right, so for the arithmetic sequence here, they tell me it's arithmetic, so D is going to be, you got to figure out how's it going from going up. Looks like it's going up plus 25, plus 25, plus 25. So write a rule for the nth term. Okay, so there's my formula, the a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times D. Okay, D is just righty minus lefty, or you can probably eyeball it, you guys. How much is it going up? So it's going up by 25, so D equals 25. The first term is that negative 25 right there. So now it's just plugging them into the formula, you guys. So first term plus n minus 1 times d, distribute this 25 through, you get 25n minus 25. So you have 2 minus 25s there, so the final nth term is 25 minus 50n. Okay, so that's your nth term. So now find the 20th term. Okay, so 20 just means you're going to plug 20 in for n right there. All right, and you end up getting 450 on that. All right, so find the sum of the first 25 terms of that series. Okay, so here's my sum formula right there. All right, and then don't forget, we got to find, we need to find my, there, I know my first term, it was at negative 25. And I know what n is, it's 25. I need to find my 25th term right here. That's what this stands for, is my 25th term. So let's go ahead and plug in 25. Let's find the 25th term using my nth term formula. So I just plugged in 25 right there, and I get 575. So that's what goes right here. Okay, the first term is negative 25, and n is this 25 right here. All right, now it's just plugging them in, you guys. So negative 25 plus 575 is 550, and you should get 6,875 if I did my arithmetic right. Let me see, did I divide that by 2? Let me double check, you guys. So I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, and then divided by 2. We're good. All right, so for the geometric sequence, okay, this one's geometric, so it's going up. This one's not so easy to see, so I got to do righty divided by lefty to get r. Okay, so write a rule for the nth term. There's my formula right there. Okay, so there a sub 1 is that 8 right there. Okay, r is righty divided by lefty. So I like picking two numbers, you guys, the smallest two numbers. So I'm going to choose these two guys right here. So right number divided by left number. And if you guys are still struggling with fractions, this is an Algebra 2 class, you guys. So not to put a guilt trip on you, but you should be pretty efficient with fractions by now. Okay, that'll reduce to 3 halves. 4 goes into 12 and 4 goes into 8. All right, I have some videos on fractions if you want to see them, if you need a little review, but it's in there. Okay, so here we go. So there it is right there. My first term times r to the n minus 1 power. I can't do anything. I can't multiply 8 times 3 halves because 3 halves has an exponent right there. All right, so you can't do any cross-canceling on that. That's your answer right there, all right? Okay, so now find your sixth term right there. Okay, remember there's my answer. I'm just going to plug in 6 right there. So 6 minus 1 is 5. Now I'm going to do 3 to the 5th and 2 to the 5th. Okay, so I have 8 over 1. There's my 8. 3 to the 5th is 243. 2 to the 5th is 32. And then, so now you can cancel. So you get 243 over 5. Just, yeah, right there's Kyle. Thank you. I have a package coming in. Thank you, son. And then, okay, now find your sum of your first 5 terms. Okay, so now we got to find, here's my formula for the first 5 terms. Okay, so I know 5 goes right here. I know that that first term goes right there. That 8 goes right there. So it's going to be 8, and then I need to find the ratio. The ratio is at 3 halves. So here it is, all plugging in right there. All right. Okay, so can you see it all plugged in right there? I had to pick up my pen to do that. All right, and then 3 to the 5th, 2 to the 5th is 243 and 32. Okay, so there it is right there. Whoops, I forgot to complete my little fraction bar right here, right there. All right, and then So 1 is 32 over 32, and 1 is also 2 over 2. So I can combine these like terms right here, or get common denominators. Sorry, my bad, as you guys say. All right, so here's my 1. 1 minus 243 over 32. Here's my 1 minus 3 halves. Okay, now I can subtract them because they have common denominators now. So I think I did that all right. And then the negatives cancel it because they're negative over negative. And then so you're basically, you invert this bottom fraction and multiply. So here's my 8 over 1, 211 over 32. And then the 8 times 2 is 16. 16 goes into 32 2 times. So your final answer is 211 over 2. All right, little bonus here. Write the series using sigma notation. Okay, sigma notation is just you use your nth formula. So my nth formula right there is that right there. So it's almost it right there. There's my formula right there. That was my first sequence that we started with, 8, 12, 18, 27. So here we go. All right, so there's the final answer right there. So and just double check, if I plugged in 1 right here, 1 minus 1 is 0. Anything to the 0 equals 1. So 3 halves to the 0 is 1. So 8 times 1 is 1. And that gives me my first term. Let's double check. Plug in I equal 2. So I get 2 minus 1 is 1. 3 halves to the 1 is 3 halves. And then 2 would go into the 8. 4 times 3 would get me 12. If I plugged in I equals 3, then should get me 18. I equals 4, so here's I. And I don't know why they choose I, you guys. They just do. All right? And good luck today, or tomorrow, or yesterday.